The Halo franchise is one of the most beloved in all of gaming. Hell, it's my favorite multiplayer game of all time. And even though the series has had a few years of downs and problems, I feel that Halo 5 has done a fantastic job at resurrecting this amazing game. And if you stick around, I'll lay out some of the reasons I think Halo 5 is one of the best Halo games we've had in a long time. I think we can all agree that Halo was a huge hit from the get-go. Not only does it have an incredible sci-fi setting with intriguing lore and amazing characters, the franchise also provides some of the most fun mechanics and gameplay I've personally ever seen in a game. Any game. I don't I don't think I have to explain to you how much Halo 1 through 3 revolutionized the gaming industry and resonated with gamers all around the world. We already know this. We already know that Halo helped make professional gaming what it is by getting MLG off the ground running to where it is now. We know that our current matchmaking multiplayer system, used in basically every online game, came from the innovations made in Halo 2. And we all know that Halo 3 is in fact the greatest multiplayer shooter of all time, and there is no question, just accepted as fact, all praise Halo 3. Have I ever mentioned how much I love Halo 3? So what happened? If Halo was so good, why did it start to die after Halo 3, and why has it taken so long to start to recover? There are a few reasons for this, but I first would like to emphasize that Halo is recovering. It is on its way back, and I am loving every second of it. But first, let's talk about why it died off. After Halo 3 came Halo Reach and Halo 4, obviously. These two games are notoriously divisive amongst Halo fans, and this is where we must first look to understand what went wrong. These games suffer from what I like to refer to as the Call of Duty effect. This was a time when Call of Duty was absolutely killing it in the multiplayer market. Everyone was playing COD and everyone was talking about it. People were watching it more than any other game, and it was just too big to ignore. So what did other companies do to try to combat this phenomenon? They tried to copy Call of Duty. Games added sprint and other features that weren't correctly balanced for the style of the gameplay. Loadouts and class abilities were substituted for fair starts and power weapons. Ranked matchmaking was slowly phased out for casual lobbies where anyone could just play against anyone, and the matches were oftentimes random or unfair. When these things were added to Halo Reach and Halo 4, they weren't done in a way that made sense and made those games feel like COD and Halo clothing, not like a Halo game. The hardcore fans felt betrayed, and rightly so. Their favorite game was being turned into another clone of COD just like every other game. The former Call of Duty players who migrated over soon left as soon as a new COD game was released. I understand that changes need to be made to games to help the series evolve and improve, and the developers love their games and want them to succeed, but sadly these weren't the changes the fans could accept, and Halo suffered. Then there was the Master Chief Collection. I won't get too into what happened there, we all know that as well. But for those who don't, I'll give you the quick version. The MCC was theoretically the greatest possible thing a Halo fan could want in the current era of gaming. All our favorite Halo games of old in one place, complete with every campaign and multiplayer map that ever existed, able to be played online with all the millions of Halo fans around the world. It was a perfect game idea, and it was a disaster. The game was beyond broken on release, and for some reason it wasn't properly patched until almost a year later. People would find themselves in lopsided matches, 5v2, 4 versus 1, or any other variation, and that is if they were lucky enough to find a game at all. More often than not, matchmaking just wouldn't make any damn matches, especially if you were partied up with friends. The game is fixed and perfectly playable now, but the damage was already done. But then there was Halo 5. Halo 5 has blown the doors open with what it has given to the Halo fans. Free monthly updates, free maps. Yes, every map is free for everyone. The return of fair starts and ranked matchmaking, along with proper implementation of Spartan abilities that finally a balanced version of Sprint. A ridiculous amount of customization with armor, weapon skins, stances, assassinations, weapon variety, game types, custom matches, a proper ranked and social playlist. Now add to that the fact that Warzone modes are a great new addition to the game and provide a ton of fun and variety with huge battles and amazing requisition vehicles and weapons. And the game is only getting better with time. 343 has recently added a file browser that makes finding new user-created content incredibly easy and fun. Add to that the fact that there is a custom game browser which allows people to host all kinds of fun and unique custom games for every player to search and join at their will. The amount of free shit 343 has added and the support they've given to this game shows me that they love this game and the community behind it. Halo 5 feels like Halo again. Finally. It was rough for a while, but finally we have a Halo game we can call a Halo game. and we can be proud of it. Now, there are still some people who don't like the changes that were made to this game, but these are changes that improved the franchise and made the game better, in my opinion. In my opinion, they are changes that make sense and make the game much faster paced, but still feel like Halo. Things have to change and adapt. Everything does. There's no avoiding that. So what's important is how we change and that we don't lose our true selves along the way. 343 has done that here with Halo 5. It's different, but it's Halo again in so many ways. Let me know what you guys think about the state of Halo in the comments. Do you agree or not? All opinions are welcome on my channel. I would love to keep this conversation going. Let me know what topics you guys would like me to discuss and what kinds of videos you'd like to see from me. As always, have an excellent day, everybody.
Wreck confirmed.